So, this is my first challenge video and I do this to myself. Alrighty then. Today, we're going to be beating Pokemon Platinum, only using a Teddiursa. That's right. So, someone jumped into my stream the other day and went, "Hey man, you should beat Pokemon Platinum with only Teddiursa." So I said I'd do it. Yep. So let's just cut to the stats for Teddiursa and we'll get this video started. Teddiursa is a normal type Pokemon, meaning the only thing that can hit super effective against us is fighting type moves. Luckily there's only one fighting type gym, right? Our stats are pretty mediocre. Our attack stat is at 80, which means we need to be doing some physical moves throughout the whole game. Speed is our lowest stat, meaning unless we're over leveled, we're not going to outspeed anything. Hopefully that doesn't hurt us too bad late in the late game, but I highly doubt it. We use the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to randomize Turtwig into Teddiursa, just to make it that much harder. Early game it won't be that hard, but late game we're definitely going to have issues with that Infernape. The first rival battle isn't that hard. We just trade scratches back and forth like we usually would, and my scratches are stronger than his. When's he going to learn that bears are stronger than monkeys? Well, at this time. Probably going to regret those words later on, aren't I? Real quick, we named Teddiursa Steph. Just thought I needed to mention that. Dawn ambushes us as soon as we walk into Jubilife to show us where our rival is. Unfortunately, we run into this guy called the Looker, and he starts explaining to us that he really wasn't looking at things, he was just looking at things, and he calls himself the Looker because his name's Secret or something like that. He's with the secret Pokemon police, and he gives us a useless item that we can't even use anymore, and then runs away. Dawn and me look at each other, puzzled, and then she's like, "Okay, go fight your rival," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll go deliver the parcel to him," and I go deliver the parcel to him. We do miss the first part of this rival battle because I am professional at recording stuff, but we do end up winning it pretty heftily. We just trade scratches back and forth and Teddiursa wins it. Again, rival battle won't be too hard. Here are Teddiursa's stats. As low as they are, they should be pretty good for now. We have the ability Quick Feet, so if we ever have a status problem, hopefully it'll help us. The first challenge comes in Rourke, the rock gym leader. That guy has rocks everywhere, and Teddiursa does not like rocks, so this is gonna be fun. We get into the first gym battle and we're at level 15. We trained to 15 to learn Feint Attack, hoping that would help us out a little. But it really didn't. We go against Geodude, and Geodude takes 5 Feint Attacks to go down, and that's with a critical hit. The potion heals him up 20, and it's just a slaughter from there. I'm down a fourth of my health before I'm even into Onyx. Then there's Onyx, who keeps throwing rocks at me over and over and over again. So I decide to lick him twice, paralyze him, but he keeps throwing rocks at me, and more and more and more, until I die. More grinding is necessary. We grind a little and go back into the gym at level 20. Unfortunately, I beat the crap out of his Geodude so bad that the recording file corrupted. But I go into Onyx, a couple of Feint Attacks, and he goes down. More like 6, but still. One rock throw does quit, taking me down to yellow. It's not looking good for Craniados. And then the Craniados fight happened. I'm gonna let it speak for itself here. We go back into Jubilife with our first gym badge, and Dawn is fighting some Team Galactic grunts, so we decide to help her out. Viewer's discretion is advised. This is a slaughter, folks. Now is the first Team Galactic General, Mars. Mars throws out a Zubat, and I end up killing it in 2 scratches because Zubat is a terrible Pokemon until it evolves into Crobat. What a joke. Her next Pokemon is a Purugly. It's pretty tanky, so we have a bit of trouble with it. We keep trading feint attacks, and seeing how I'm already lower than her, it doesn't turn out well for me until she shows how much of a noob she is and uses Scratch instead of feint attack, letting me kill her. What a scrub. You see these fishermen right here? They're about to get mauled by a bear. Get it? Because Teddiursa is a... Let's just get to the second gym battle. The Gardenia fight was completely one-sided. Her Turtwig comes out and I one-shot it with a return. Her Cherrim comes out, sets up a safeguard, and I one-shot it with a crit slash. Her Roserade comes out and I use a return and it doesn't die. Uh-oh. Its berry triggers, bringing it back up to yellow, and its magical leaf doesn't do any damage to me. Just kidding. Use a slash, kill it. That gym fight's way too easy. Give me something harder. Now is the first Jupiter fight, and it's a joke. She starts out with a Zubat, and I use slash and one-shot it. Very easy. After a long wait because I forgot to deposit the rest of my Pokemon, Skuntank comes out and poisons me immediately, so I use slash, triggering its berry. Then I use return, and it misses its move, so I return and kill it. It deserves it. Don't poison the bear. After the Jupiter fight is the 4th gym leader, or 6th depending, and it's pretty easy. Feint attack essentially sweeps the gym. One-shots her Duskull, one-shots her Haunter. The only thing we have an issue with is we do get confused by Haunter, and it causes a tad bit of a problem when going into Mischievous, but we do end up beating Mischievous with 2 feint attacks. This challenge is getting a lot easier than I thought it would be. Hopefully we start having some issues. Next is the fighting gym, and I got the challenge I wanted, because man, did this Lucario keep beating me over and over again. Lucario is way faster than me. I can wipe out her team with returns all day long, but Lucario just uses Drain Punch, half heals me, and then kills me with the Focus Palm or Aura Sphere every time, dude. It looks like I'm gonna have to grind a little. Let's see what happens when I come back. We come back to the gym at level 52, hoping for a better outcome. Fake Out flinches us, but then we use Feint Attack, one-shotting the Metatite. Return one-shots the Machoke as usual, and now down to the problem child, Lucario. Lucario uses Force Palm, half-shotting us. We use Return, half-shotting it. Drain Punch hits us, leaving us at 4 HP. And then we hit it with a Return, ending the battle. We won by the skin of our teeth. Next is the Pastoria City rival battle, and this is going to be the last of the easy rival battles, most likely. But we do end up one-shotting his whole team. I say it's going to be the last easy one because Monfono actually gets a hit on us, and it's a fighting move. Next time, it's going to be an Infernape, and it's going to hit harder than that. This is going to be an issue. We take a whack at Wake because we want to. It leads out with the Gyarados and intimidates us immediately, putting us at a disadvantage. It still only takes 2 returns to take down Gyarados, but our health is looking a little bad. Floatzel comes out, still takes 2 returns, but Floatzel leaves us in the yellow. Again, this is getting worse. And then Quagsire comes out, a Pokemon I am not very effective against because it's ground type. We use Return, leaving it at half health. Rock Tomb brings us to 13 HP? What? I'm way faster than this thing. Use Return, his Quagsire faints, and I win the battle. Wow, I guess I'm better at this game than I thought. Next is our first Cyrus fight, and it goes way easier than I thought. It's laughable. We one-shot his whole team with his Return, but I'm pretty sure this is the only time we will have this much ease with him. We'll see. Next is the dreaded rival battle. He starts out with Staraptor and immediately intimidates me, and I use return. He sets up 2 double teams. I use return again and kill his Staraptor. Heracross comes out. I use return again. He uses Brick Break and half shots me. I'm going to lose this battle. And then Infernape comes out. You can imagine how Infernape went. We're gonna need to grind. We try again at level 55. I hate grinding. I do one-shot the Staraptor this time. When Heracross comes out, I get to one-shot him as well. The Infernape is the first thing that gets a hit on me. Infernape's still faster than me, so he does land a Brick Break. I use return, and I swear it lives with 1 HP. It hits another Brick Break on me, and it brings me down to 43 health. He sends out Float Soul, and out of the 2 priority moves Float Soul has, it used Pursuit, and I live. So I get to one-shot it and the Roserade after it. I won this rival fight from pure luck. I should have had to grind more. After the rival battle, I go get Sword Dance, because Sword Dance is going to be really helpful from here on out. This is the second time we fought Byron. The first one, the file got corrupted. I'm very sorry. But Magneton comes out and we 2-shot it with return and luckily don't get para-haxed. Then the Steelix comes out and we decide to set up those Sword Dances. We set up 3 Sword Dances, and by the end of it, a sandstorm is raging, Earthquake has gone off twice, and we're at like 23 health. Oh man. The Steelix fight ends up ending in a one-shot, but we're at 3 HP. He throws out Bastiodon, we use return, we half-shot him, his berry triggers, and then he misses Stone Edge. So guess what? We win the battle. Like father, like son, they choke when it comes to the final shot. The Saturn fight is next, and it's really easy. 4 returns and his whole team dies. And the only reason it took 4 is because his Bronzong resists normal types. So it took 2 returns instead of 1. That fight was hilarious. Next is Mars, and she goes down just as easy as Saturn does. The only Pokemon that takes me 2 shots is the Bronzong, just like Saturn. Even Purugly goes down in 1 hit. Purugly misses a Hypnosis though, or this fight may have gone a little longer. Still though, pretty easy. Next is Cynthia, the Ice Gym leader. We have to beat her to progress the story, so we do so very quickly. Her Sneasel comes out and we one-shot it with a return. Her Abomasnow comes out and guess what? We one-shot it with a return. Her Frostlass comes out and it seems to have a bit of an issue with getting hit by normal types. So we hit it with a feint attack after she hits us with a Blizzard. We proceed to laugh in the gym leader's face as I one-shot her Pamperswine and tell her to give me my gym badge so I can leave already. I hope the 8th gym leader gives me more of a challenge, but first, let's go take on Team Galactic. We listened to the Team Galactic speech, and all I can think about is, let me fight him, 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 let me... And before I get to finish that last fight him, I get to fight him. And again, this fight is pretty simple. I one-shot his Sneasel, Crobat comes out. Crobat's definitely faster than me, but I one-shot his Crobat. And I one-shot his Honchkrow. It's quite easy to do when they don't know how to battle. They need to pick better leaders. Speaking of better leaders, we don't fight one. Technically, Saturn puts up more of a fight because we don't one-shot his Bronzong again. But, you know, it was way easier. Legit, they need to pick better leaders, and Saturn needs to be ashamed of losing twice to a 10-year-old in the span of 20 minutes. Next is the double battle between Jupiter and Mars versus me and my rival, and man, this fight is dumb. Let's talk about this real quick. My rival throws out a Munchlax. I throw out, of course, Teddiursa, but this Munchlax knows 4 moves, and I'm pretty sure the only move that the rival knows it knows is Stockpile and Swallow, because it can only do those 2 moves during this fight. I swear, it's only coded for it to do those 2 moves until it dies. But, you know, why not make this battle hard, I've been trouncing both Jupiter and Mars over and over and over again. So they had to give you a dead leg somewhere, and so they did it with the rival. But you see, the thing is, you let Munchlax die, and the rival actually becomes useful, because then he throws out his starter. And his starter for me was Infernape. So Infernape was a great help in killing the team, and especially one-shotting that Purugly at the very end of the fight. Man, he just needs to either release that Munchlax or evolve it into a Snorlax and learn how to use it, because if he doesn't, I'm going to release it for him. Plot. Palkia and Dialga get summoned. Giratina jumps in and joins the party and attacks the screen. And then we jump into the dimensional wall. At last, the final Team Galactic fight against Cyrus. And this battle is a joke. I set up 2 sword dances against his Houndoom and one-shot his team. And his Houndoom could have burned me, but it missed 2 moves, so that was great. Honchkrow comes out, I kill Honchkrow in one shot. Even when he throws out Gyarados and intimidates me, I'm 2 sword dances up. That means I'm +4. There's nothing this man can touch me with, and I'm not ready for it. It's pretty easy. Also, I didn't record it, but I caught Giratina with the Master Ball, so that's the thing. Alright, 8th gym leader time, and it's a total sweep as usual. He throws out Jolteon and Thunder Waves me, but I get 1 sword dance up, contemplate doing a second one, realize I don't need it, and use return one-shotting Jolteon. His next mon, Raichu, one-shotting Raichu. His next mon, Electivire, critting, but one-shotting. Luxray, one-shot. This guy wanted to challenge the Elite Four. He needs to get way stronger. Can I say, this rival fight is probably the hardest fight I have had in the game. Staraptor comes out and intimidates me, uses U-turn, gets out, throws in Heracross, I get 1 sword dance up, 2 sword dance up, Heracross uses cross combat and crits me. This is gonna be fun. During this fight, keep in mind I went and picked up the Quick Claw that was in Jubilife City. So, I'm gonna let you watch it, because this fight is the luckiest thing you will probably ever see. Here's the stats right before we go and challenge the Elite Four for the first time. I can guarantee I'm probably going to have to grind more. Aaron is the first Elite Four member, and he uses bug types. I set up 1 sword dance and proceed to sweep this man's team. This is the only Elite Four member I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have a problem with. This is just a way too easy fight. The first fight against the grounded Elite Four member Bertha is terrible. She throws out a Wish Gas, and of course I start setting up sword dances. She sets up a Sandstorm and hits an Aqua Tail, but then I start proceeding to sweep her team. So I thought though, hopefully the Sandstorm will end soon, but then she throws out Hippowdon, who reignites the Sandstorm before I can one-shot it because it's immediate. Of course it is. And then Golem comes out, and I end up one-shotting Golem, but the Sandstorm takes me down to 10 HP. Then, her Rhyperior comes out, and of course doesn't get one shot, and kills me with Mega Horn. This is gonna be fun. The second Bertha fight goes a lot better, because now I know how to set up my sword stance. First we set up 2 sword stance on Wishcast. After it sets up its Sandstorm, it uses Aqua Tail on me, barely does any damage, and I one-shot it. Gliscor comes out though, Earthquakes, and takes me down to yellow health, but guess what? I one-shot it. The Powdon comes out and reignites the Sandstorm, which isn't good for my HP. I do end up one-shotting it though for the good of the team, or one-man team. Golem comes out, and I one-shot Golem, which is really good. But then, since my obscene level finally kicks in, I get to one-shot the Rhyperior. I was at 8 HP. That was a close one. Now it's time for Fent. I set up a sword stance against his Houndoom and then proceed to one-shot him. Next is Infernape. Infernape uses Flare Blitz, takes me down to 33 HP, and I one-shot it. Next is Flareon, and Quick Claw triggers, and I one-shot it. Rapidash comes out, Flare Blitzes me, and kills me. Gotta fight my way back up. Immediately into the next battle because the OBS sucks. I'm one sword dance up, I one-shot the Houndoom. He throws out Infernape, I Quick Claw trigger, one-shotting Infernape. Then he sends out Flareon, and I end up one-shotting it without taking any damage because Quick Claw activates. Then he sends out Rapidash, and then I one-shot it before it does damage because Quick Claw activates. Gotta love Quick Claw. Oh, and his last Pokemon, Magmortar, also goes down to a one-shot. Not that big of a deal. Next is Lucian, the Psychic type user. I throw out Steph and start setting up my sword dances. Reflect gets set up by the enemy team, but it doesn't matter. I'm 2 sword dances up to their 1-up. Slash one-shots the Mr. Mime. Gallade comes out, slash one-shots the Gallade. Alakazam comes out, and Quick Claw triggers, and I one-shot Alakazam with Slash. Espeon comes out, uses Psychic on me. Doesn't do a lot, I use Slash, killing Espeon. Bronzong comes out, I use Slash, almost kill it. He uses a full restore, I use a Slash. I change it up a little in the end and use Feint Attack to end the Bronzong. And Cynthia starts out battle with a Spiritomb. I decide to set up 3 sword dances against the Spiritomb, and it hits me 3 times with Dark Pulse. By the end of it, I'm in the yellow, but I do one-shot it with Feint Attack. Her next Pokemon though isn't too inviting. It's Lucario. I end up one-shotting it because he used Stone Edge instead of a fighting type. Her Togekiss comes out and we one-shot it with Return. Her dreaded Garchomp comes out though and ends the battle for us. We'll keep trying. Over and over again, Lucario beat me, but I kept coming back, beating through the Elite Four, but Lucario would beat me again. But this is the run. Cynthia, you're going down. So, to answer your question, can you beat Pokemon Platinum with only a Teddiursa? Yes, you can. This run was surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. There were a lot of moments that were really hard,
especially that Cynthia fight at the end. But the rival before that was a lot harder. I tried that at least 10 times, slamming my head against a wall until something worked. Quick Claw really helped, and so did Sword Dance. Other than that, though, this run required a lot of luck. I'm not gonna say it was hard, but it was definitely not easy. So, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe. It's free. Also, go follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Vanguard97, and hope you all enjoyed the video.